Well, 'tis time to put the duals back on the 150. Did not get it done yesterday. This is Monday. Didn't get it done yesterday because it ended up raining literally all. It started about 10 o'clock and 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere in there. I can't remember what time I left the house finally, but and then basically rained until dark. I don't know how much or how widespread and variable the amounts were, but I had an inch. I'm guessing most places had about an inch because that's what everybody was saying that I talked to or heard about so far. The rain Friday was a lot more variable. Like, we only had 3/10 at work, and that's only roughly 5 miles south of here. But it sounds like everybody pretty much had an inch yesterday, at least everywhere where it actually rained. And now it looks like we've got rain tonight or tomorrow night, and then rain Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. So kind of as I fear, I mean, I guess we'll see right quick, but I'm starting to fear that we're in for a wet October again. But I guess time will tell. This one is in between two big bolts. Big bolts, that pin's got to go up there. There, okay. There. 3 more to go. All right, she's back on all 8. That was the job I was dreading. 9-bolt duals, really not that hard to handle until they're cast centers, and then they suck because there's no man handling them. But anyhow, now we can pull it up closer to the shop. I got to pull this side panel off because I got another pinhole in the fuel tank, and hopefully I can find it without any fuel in it, because it's been I think it showed up when I finished up side dressing, so it's been a minute since I've seen it, and I don't think I've had to fill the tank since. And there's not a whole lot of fuel in it to begin with right now. This thing just like feels, even just doing this feels so much more stable with all the tires back on it. Because she's really roly-poly on just singles. It probably wouldn't be that bad if they were like floaters or something, like 23.1s or 30.5s or something bigger. But 18.4s, yeah, they're a little soft when you just have it on the singles. Set you right here. Okay. That's it right there. Like I say, I'm pretty sure it's probably got to be about where the baffle, or one of the baffles, is, because it's done it there. That one was in it when we got it, and then it did one on the other side, and then now there's that one. I'm pretty sure that there's a baffle right here that's breaking out, and there ain't a whole hell of a lot you can do about it. So, but that's why I need to, hopefully this winter maybe, find the second generation of fuel tank that they put in these that was supposed to solve that problem. So we need to get a grinder and we'll clean that spot up, and then we'll, if nobody's ever used it, I think this stuff's supposed to be good for metal and plastic tanks. Metal, aluminum, most plastic, water tanks, oil paint, but this stuff is good. This stuff right here is good shit. JB Weld tank weld. And it's specifically for like fuel tanks and stuff. One little spot right there. Okay, now we're going to clean that up with some paint thinner, and we should be good to set it. All right, so 2-part epoxy, you got to roll it up and burst the center seal and mix them together. In this part, you do not have a whole lot of time with this stuff, so you kind of got to be on the ball. But mix it, apply a layer. There's a fiberglass patch that you got to cut to size, put that on, put another layer over the fiberglass, and away you go. So I hate these because you don't have a whole lot of time with them, and it's nerve-wracking. Mostly. Here we go, no going back now. And you gotta wear gloves with this stuff, because if you don't, when it's an exothermic reaction, and when it starts doing its thing, it gets hot, and it gets hot quick. And if you don't have gloves on and you get the stuff on your skin, it will burn your skin. It'll get you through the gloves, but you definitely don't want to have it on your skin. And they give you a little popsicle stick to put this stuff on, but it doesn't really work for shit. So it's too narrow. So I like to use a paint stirrer stick. Stuff smells atrocious too, by the way. So if smells are not your thing, be aware. But you've only got, like I say, you've only got so long to work it, because once you start feeling heat, that means it's setting up and you're basically done. So get it done quick, and get it done the way you want it to look, because you only get one chance. And there we go. Yep, she's starting to put the heat on, so let that set up for a little bit. Alright, well, that's almost set up. It's still got a little bit of tack to it, but it won't take too much longer, but as you can see, I'm running out of daylight. And the last thing I got to do to it, my new skid pan is getting lasered out here sometime later this week, beginning of next week, and I have to put in the new, there's supposed to be a full width cross member right here with a bolt hole in the center to run 3 bolts in it, and then it's got 3 across the front and 2 in the back here with the cutout so you can get the oil filters out. So yeah. So anyhow, we'll probably, I don't know, we'll see, weather dependent, whether we work on that tomorrow or do the grain drill calibration. So either way, with that being said, we will catch you guys tomorrow doing something. All right, we are, it's been 2 days since I saw you. Well, worked on the 150 Monday. This is Wednesday. Yesterday was rainy, nasty, ugly. Counting, it rained this morning, and then actually, obviously, as you can see, turned into a really nice day. Since the rain we got Friday afternoon, I have had 2 8/10. The rain Friday was really variable. So different places got different amounts Friday. Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday rain, or Sunday into Monday. Sunday was pretty well an even coverage of about 1 inch from everybody I've talked to. I had a 1/2 inch yesterday, Tuesday, and then this morning got another 3/10. But it's come slow enough. The ground's actually, I mean, you got spots like that, a little hole, wet hole. They're standing full of water, but for the most part, the ground's been taking it pretty good, which shows you how dry we've been. But anyway, regardless, yesterday, about all I came home, it was raining. I felt like garbage. I'm guessing because of the weather change. Normally when we go from or change a pressure system, I just feel like crap for that day it's happening. So got home, it was raining, didn't do anything. It finally quit raining about 6:15. So I had enough time. I came out, got the barn arranged, got the drill hooked up, switched her over from wheat to beans, and power washed it in the 66 because they're both covered in barn dust and bird shit. I wish I could keep birds out of here. So anyhow, today we're gonna calibrate the drill. Come on, open, sesame. So I need to go find me a bucket so that we can get a little bit of weed out of here, because I don't want to put it in the wagon quite yet. And actually, I'm going to have to bring the 1600 to Forks over here, take it to Mom and Dad, so I got the forklift, and then take the wagon over there and then dump it in with the wagon, because the 66 or the 1600, I don't think I'll lift it over the side of the wagon, and even if it would, I don't know if I'd trust it. So anyway, let me go find a bucket. I got my scale, I got my measuring wheel. We can really quick put the flags out, and we can do our math equation to figure out how many grams I need to collect. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm switching rates, because after I asked everybody about it last time we talked about this, which however long ago that was, I think it was right after I cut wheat. The range of answers I got, I decided I'm going to split the difference, go 150 pounds an acre. I got enough seed coming. I'm guesstimating there's about 1,500 pounds left in that box based off of what I lost to the raccoons and how much I planted. A little too far. How much I planted last fall. Because it seems like last year I got 2,600 pounds, I think. I can't remember. But, so I'm figuring 1,500 pounds in that box. Probably a little bit more. If it's more, great. Then I got another 2,000 pounds coming of a new variety. I've been planting this. It's called Starfire. It's a bearded variety. I've been planting this for 3 years now. I think last year was my 3rd year on it, I think. Before that, I was planting another bearded variety that I was holding. I can't remember how I ended up planting that first. I can't remember if I bought some seed off of a buddy or bought some cleaned wheat off of a buddy of mine. Anyway, doesn't matter. I want to try a beardless variety because I've had several guys, well, I knew several guys this year that had weed out that during all that rain we were getting there in July. The beardless varieties they had were drying down faster than the bearded varieties. But from what I've been able to gather from the guy I buy seed from and some different people I've talked to, beardless variety going to dry down a little faster, but a bearded variety generally has a little bit more yield, so I guess there's a trade-off there. But the yield thing, you hear both camps on it, so I mean, it's weed, it is what it is. So that's where, and I haven't picked up that other tote of seed yet, so, but this stuff's going to get used up first since it's a year old now. So anyhow, I gotta go find a bucket. Okay, so I went and got a bucket and I put some seed in the drill, and then I went and measured out between my flags we put out there. It's 113.5 feet. And then I took and did my math to figure out how many grams of seed I need to collect in that distance, because I know what I want my final rate to be. So that makes it easy. So this drill's a 7-inch spacing. 7-inch spacing, I'm going to be collecting off 5 rows. So 7 times 5 is 35 inches of width collecting seed off of, divided by 12. 2.92 feet times the 113.5 feet long on the course is 331.04 square feet. Divided by 43,560 gives you how many acres, so that gives me 0.0076 acres sown in that 5 rows of, or 5 openers, 113 long. And then I want to do 150 pounds an acre. So to cancel out and get how many pounds I need to collect in that distance, you do 150 times 0.0076 acres gives you 1.14 pounds. Times 454 to convert to grams, because I got a gram scale, and it gives you 517.56 grams. And then if you want to check that answer, you can reverse it and you do number of grams divided by 454. So 517.56 divided by 454 gives you 1.14 pound, divided by 0.0076 acres gives you 150 pounds an acre. So that math is right. So now we just have to go out. Well, actually first we have to, the chart on this thing for wheat is pretty much dead nuts on. For beans it's a little off, but for wheat you can pretty much guarantee you that the gear setting you're getting, or that they tell you to get. So we are on the right hand side of the distributor for wheat with high gear. So we want 140 or 160. So we'll go 611. So 6 11. Okay. So now we just got to go make a couple trial runs. Well, and actually I gotta pull the seed tubes off and put my bags down to collect the seed. I don't know what changed. I'm not complaining about it, but it randomly just stopped doing the whole having to crank the crap out of it to get it to start thing. Hasn't done it in 2-3 months, and I didn't change anything. With the rear axle centered on that flag, and then stop with the rear axle centered on that flag down there. Really? Cold-blooded. Lily, look out! Actually, what do you suppose the odds are? Because I haven't been checking the fuel in this thing because it hasn't left the house. Yep. Hold, please. Okay, tractor runs better when it's got fuel in it. But I've got my bags with my seed and my gram scale. Probably going to be low, but we'll see. Since that was 140, since you're splitting 150, you either got 140 or 160. So we'll probably shoot for the 140. Basically 100 grams right there. Basically another 100 grams right there. Take another 100. $4.91. So let me do the math and see what that comes out to pound wise. Curious to see how close it is to 140. Okay, so 490 grams on that distance equates to 142 pounds an acre, so pretty dang close to 140. So I'm gonna do one more run in this gear and see if I can, how close I come to repeating that number, and then we'll jump up to the next gear. You gonna get up here? Lily. Come on, you know how to get up here. Come here. You gotta get up there. There you go. And you gotta get up there. Come on. You gotta get up here. Come in. There you go. Did you get it? She's climbed up on the 1950T before. Alright, I'm not even going to bother making another pass. I'm not even going to bother checking out other gear. I think we're close enough. That pass was 144 pounds an acre. So if we can get repeatability within that 140 to 145 pound range, close enough. Close enough for a drilling spill. I got the next gear is a 20 pound jump on the chart, so it's probably close to a 20 pound jump. In reality, it's not even worth wasting the time on it. So 611 is our gear, and we're gonna roll with it. So I guess I can put my stuff away, and the drill's calibrated, and now we just gotta get some bean cutting weather so we could start getting stuff off. I'm not even gonna try to plan where I want to put wheat at this point. Whatever comes off first is going to wheat, and I've already got a good idea. It'll probably be behind mom and dad's. That little I think it's actually a 5 acre piece. Whatever the corn planter says, I think it's 5. That piece that's got the 1 acre on one side of the creek, and then you got the house and the 4.5 or whatever, 4 or whatever it is on the other side of the creek. That one, that's probably gonna be the first field to run. So that'd be 10 acres, a little over 10 acres. Between those two, 11 acres. The field behind the church where that abandoned farmstead is, there's going to be 9.9, I think. So whatever comes in, then I got my field down in New Carlisle. I still got to go, that little 3 acre piece, I still got to go look at it. But I guarantee you it's ready. But that's too far to drive for wheat. I'm not gonna screw with that. Well, I don't know. If I did put wheat down there, I wouldn't bother windrowing the straw. I'd just put the chopper back on the combine and chop it. Because that's too far to drive with a baler and wagons and crap for 3 acres of straw. So I got to determine what's going to... But whatever fields come due first, and if I got to get more seed to finish off an even number, so be it. But let's just figure, let's say 145 pounds, and let's just say 1,500 and 2,000, so 3,500 pounds divided by 145 pounds an acre. So that'd give me 24 acres. That gains me another 1.5 acres. So we shall see. I'll have to look. If I could get an even 30, that would be ideal. That wouldn't be bad. But we'll have to see how things work out. So anyhow, I'm going to put my stuff away, and by the time I get everything sorted out, it's probably going to be time to call it a night, because it's going to be too late to start another project. So I don't know where we're going to go from here. It's going to depend on what the weather decides to do. Because we got that hurricane weather coming up out of Florida that's supposed to hit the end of this week, but they're not sure if we're actually going to get any precipitation out of it or not. I was really hoping to start cutting beans this week, but I don't know if that's going to happen because, like I say, I don't know what the weather's going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday time frame. So just have to see how it plays out, and I don't really have any projects lined up in the well, I take that. I could start working on the doors for that, because I got a stack of pallets over there that I nabbed from work because they were going to get thrown out. That's some really nice stuff. Probably should have got them tore apart before they got rained on, because now I have to dry them back out. But I was going to take them apart, build the doors out of them, linseed oil them, and do it that route, or go that route, at least for the solid doors, and then have to figure out something for screen doors. I could probably work on that. I'm not really feeling that project right now, but it all needs done. So anyhow, I guess, with that being said, that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.